Alright guys, it's time to look at ETHFI once again on the channel. Now we haven't looked at it since May 8th, so that's somewhere back down here guys. I think probably I took a look at it probably later in the evening my time, so we're talking about one of these candles here. And yeah, you can see that basically it cooled off for a period, and I think I probably said in that video it was going to cool off here. And it's made several runs since that time guys. Now let's take a look, this measure, how big these runs were basically. So this was a, wow, 70%, move right there pretty much. This move here, this was about a 45% move. And this one that we just made here ended up being about a 30% move. So not bad. Now, I want you to look at the technical analysis here. I know I didn't show this in any video, but I just, did some TA here, and basically you can see this wick right here almost is level with this, target here, this technical target of this flag breakout. So, yeah, I mean, TA pretty much truly works, guys. Now, I did the flag here. And, the wick right now is right here at about $1, let's say 66, but the target was about $1.68. So it did come a couple cents short, but in my book, guys, that's close enough, honestly. So yeah, we do have a little bit of a cool down period probably coming, as this has made several, runs along the way. It's pretty much, what, 4 runs? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 runs. Since about the 7th of May. So this is really, starting to look good. Now, the next resistance is going to be probably pretty tough because it has to break out of this reaccumulation zone. Plus, we have this weekly resistance above at about $1.83. Now, the top of the Fibonacci, it finishes at about $1.86. And then, yeah, we have some, $2.52 after that. So there's going to be a lot of, room to grow basically after we clear this, small, like 2 or 3 cent level here. There's kind of this, zone we can call it, that it's going to have to try to punch through. Now, we do have support at $1.46 at the moment here. So let's see if we can at least hang on to this. I think that would be good. Now, I do want to look at the RSI and the Stoke. Let's just take a look, see how much strength this still may have. Now, let's look at the lower time frames first. Let's look at the 4-hour first. Now, it still has room to grow here on the Stoke, and it's just kind of flirting with being overbought here on the RSI. But it is in neutral territory, so it can come up a little bit more. So the 4-hour, not too bad really. The 1 hour, it is pointed down pretty heavily here on the Stoke, but it is in neutral territory. And it is pointed down here on the RSI, so that's not that great, honestly. 15-minute time frame oversold here. And kind of going flat right in the middle here on the RSI. So the 15-minute is actually fine. But the 1 hour, not so great. 4 hour, it's like, 50-50 because this is pointed down basically. So the 1 day, that actually is overbought on both the RSI and the Stoke. So that's not that great. Now the weekly time frame, yeah, it still has a lot of room to grow, guys. So, it's actually getting to the point where it's almost overbought, but yeah, this can still grow, guys. So what I think, yeah, probably, we're going to see probably another little cool off here. Like I said, may do something like this, guys, or it may just go sideways. Here you have, slightly downward action on both of these like flags. Here you have sideways. So yeah, it can do either one of these. But as long as it holds this $1.46, I think I would be, proud of ETHFI here. So yeah, let's see what happens next. But yeah, we need to clear this level here and get out of this, reaccumulation Fibonacci. Now, looking at the tokenomics, guys, basically there's a billion max supply. All of this has been created, and only about 27.7% of this is out right now. because yeah, 278 million are circulating, so not too bad. All-time high, $8.53. That was basically about a year ago when it came out. So you're getting about an 82% discount. So do I think it can make it back up there? Probably, yeah. Just who knows, guys. I mean, this is a new project. I do think it's probably a pretty good project. I did pick this up, I think, when? About $1.18. Okay, that's my average cost, guys. I only have 100 of this, but yeah, it is something that is fairly new. It's just really hard to say where this can go, but, do I think it can make it back to 853? Probably yes. It may take a little while. It may come at the end of the bull run. We may just barely surpass this, but I do think it probably will make it back. Now, looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, guys, you can see pretty much it has a flag here. It's been quite volatile just in the last day or so. You can see we had this big dip today. We came back up all the way up to 104, 200 basically. Dip back down in this next candle. Now we're going back up. So it's just very volatile today. And it's not really, we really didn't have anything that was bad today, I can say. We had a lot of good macro numbers and things. And yeah, I mean, we're just kind of stuck in this little wedge. And the target of this flag goes all the way up to, 112,400. So that is the technical target. Now keep in mind, there is still 1, 2, 3, 4 more resistances, with most of those being daily resistances to clear. Now, this green one, this is a weekly resistance, and like I like to say, guys, that is 7 times stronger than a daily resistance, which I have in orange. So, most of these resistances will be pretty easy to clear, but this one will probably be the strongest, and, you just have to be patient. Now, Ethereum, not really, anything bad right now. It's just kind of, flagging out. And this one is more a downward, sloping flag than this one. So let's see if Ethereum can at least hold $2,500. That, would be great. I think it will, honestly. I'm not a big Ethereum fan, and for me to say that, it's kind of amazing, I guess. But Ethereum is actually looking stronger these days, guys. It is the leader of the alts, and let's hope it starts to lead a bit more. Now, the total market cap, guys, just kind of wedged here between 1.19 trillion and 1.25. We're getting a little bit of a pullback since yesterday, but I don't think we need to worry. This is actually pretty strong support here at 1.19 trillion. But, I mean, I think we will start to, get a bounce here shortly. I do feel retail is coming back in. So, yeah, I mean, I can actually see that in my YouTube numbers as well. Getting a lot of subscribers and things, and that just shows you retail is coming back. So I do expect that we will break this 1.25, soon, just because there's a lot more interest now. Now, we are seeing a big bounce in the dominance. They actually got a bounce off the 2.5-year support, like I mentioned, guys. But I think this is probably just a, of course it's going to get a bounce here and there. So I just think maybe this could be a little bit of a dead cat bounce, but eventually we're going to break this line. Now, it is Bitcoin season. It is a 22 on the altcoin season index because we are bouncing off the that line. So yeah, that's not good to see, but hey, again, it's all about patience in this game. Now, here's the CME futures. We are getting a little bit of a red candle this week, but it's at 103.750 right now. Dollar getting a little bit of a red candle here on the daily time frame. And if we look at the liquidation heat map, it's 435 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. Now, mostly longs. And yeah, people are getting greedy, guys. Be careful. If you're using leverage, I don't recommend it. I think it's kind of stupid. It's kind of irresponsible. I have done it, of course, though. It's just really technically, not technically, but it's just better to hold, the physical coin. I know you can't hold it physically, but I'm just saying, you can put it in your wallet or whatever. You can hold it on the exchange, and that's just always better, guys. It's just, it's very hard, especially when it's so volatile, to not get wrecked. Now, taking a look at the fear and greed, this is a 70 today. We've seen, I think, out of the past 5 days, 4 of these days have been 70 actually. The bull market peak indicators are still 0 from 30 have been hit, still 100% hold at the moment. The best indicator is the Pi cycle top indicator. It's not even close to crossing, guys. But in my opinion, it still looks like it wants to curve up. So, that's just what I kind of see here. What do you see? And now, tomorrow we do have Michigan numbers, so be aware that that is coming. And if it's wildly off, guys, it can affect Bitcoin. That happened about 2 months ago, so just be aware of that. But, usually it doesn't really affect it too much. Now, the Fed Watch tools, let me refresh this. It's actually, we have the next FOMC in 33 days, guys, so keep that in mind. But it's still a 92% chance that we're not getting a cut. So, even though we got great numbers today and Tuesday, nothing has really changed here. But I still think this is going to change, especially in 33 days. I feel we're probably going to get a cut. That's just my opinion, though, guys. Now, today is a little bit of a red day, guys. We only see a few greens here, unfortunately. But this has been kind of back and forth all day. Green, red, green, red, green, red. So anyways, hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. It was actually good for me anyways, because I got a lot of free money today on Gate and Binance, and I got to DCA into some of the better projects for me and my wife. So yeah, not too bad for me. But I hope we get a bounce maybe tomorrow. Now, if you want to stake your ETHFI, go to Coinondo, guys. There's 9 deals that it found. Maybe it's not all the deals, but this doesn't have, for example, anything on BitGet, unfortunately. Don't put your money in XT.com, guys. They stole my Casper, and I do have a YouTube short about that. And yeah, I think I actually have mine on Bybit. I know it's not much percent, guys, but I don't think I can get Bitmart and Whitebit. So anyways, it's totally up to you. Be aware of the limits, and what I'm looking for is flexible at the moment, maybe maximum like 30 days, but yeah, totally up to you. Anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, check out some of the deals that I have below with the exchanges. And guys, if you want Moodix, by the way, there is actually a link in the description as well. There's lots of charts and statistics and things like this, guys. It's not just all about these numbers and measurements. But if you want to become a member of the channel for $2, I will forward most of those measurements to the Telegram that I'll put you in, so you know what's going on at the moment it happens. So as you can see today, guys, we did get a couple of macro numbers here. So the PPI was actually very positive, and this U.S. business inventories was also quite positive today. So yeah, like I said, we didn't get much bad news. But anyways, that's what Moodix does, guys. There's a lot of other things here. It's not just about this. So especially if you're trading stock, this is probably even more valuable. But this can also work for crypto traders as well. Anyways, guys, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.